So James, what motivated you to come out and play for the Sky City Northern Knights this summer?
Well, it's a bit strange. I mean, I had quite a good season last year in 2020 cricket with Essex, and I was just really enjoying my cricket. And I mean, I'm 32, which I guess I'm not getting any younger, but I still feel really young in terms that I'm still trying to improve my game. And basically, I sort of kept on, I enjoy following like sort of cricket news, and I noticed that Glashan retired, and so I realised. So I went on to the Northern Knights and saw who were in the Northern Knights team. I saw that Scotty Starris was played for us, and so I got in touch with him and said, look, if you guys need a wicket keeper, if you're short, I'd absolutely love to come over and play. So he put it to the management, and then an offer came whether I wanted to come over. And for me, I guess initially I was thinking this winter I'll be doing some work experience, trying to plan a life after cricket, but it's just an opportunity to play and sort of test myself in a different environment. I mean, international cricket for me is not going to happen. So like for me, this is that kind of challenge that just to spark me off a little bit. And it's something. I mean, for example, when we played even our first warm-up game against Auckland a few days before our first HRV Cup game, I was just so excited and just got such a buzz out of going out and batting and fielding. And I guess it's a new team, new environment. I guess you've got to try your best to try and improve yourself.
Gosh, we'd have you.
Look, I'm absolutely loving it. I really am. I mean, I've been very lucky in that the guys have been so welcoming. Also, the whole of the management staff, the support staff, the whole team in the offices have been. My wife is absolutely blown away how generous everyone's been. Yeah. Made us feel in really well. Got to cracking place in Hamilton to stay. But ultimately, it's about playing for myself, and the challenge for me is playing, and just absolutely thrilled. Grant's been superb. Just let me sort of come in and just trying to express myself as with Scotty, and just with everyone. They just kind of just want you just to play the way you want to do, and fingers crossed you can perform.
What do you think has been behind the Knights' form this season in the HRV Cup? I mean, this is their best HRV Cup season. It's a real turnaround from last summer. What do you think's going right for the team?
Well, I mean, I can't compare it to other seasons because I haven't been around, so I can't judge that. But I know that there's a lot of confidence amongst the team. I know when we went into our first game, I was new into the side. Getting to know the players, but you then kind of look at the way they practice, and you kind of think, gee, we've got a really good team here, a very effective team. I think quite a smart team the way we go about our business. I think the way Stephen Croft has played has been incredible. Come in at 3 or 4 sometimes. I think he's shouldered a lot of responsibility, especially as an overseas player. And I guess there's a lot of pressure that comes with that. And he's come in at some tricky times and put in some incredible performances. I think we've generally had really good platforms. And with the ball, guys have been smart. We've got a lot of options, which often helps. Sometimes that can be a bit of a hindrance because you've got maybe too many options, too many people to maybe turn to. But guys know their roles, and I think that's one of the key things.
You and Crofty had never played together before, is that right?
No, never. Yeah. I mean, I haven't really known Crofty particularly well before I came over here. So we played against him a few times, but in the 4-day stuff back home, for whatever reason, Lancashire and Essex haven't really played much against each other. We played him last year, and he put us to the sword a few times. And I've really got to know Crofty really well. Really enjoy his company, and I'm just really pleased for him because he's a quality player. We've done a lot of practice. Obviously, we're not involved in any other. We're not involved in a 4-day game. So we've practiced a lot, and I've been really impressed the way he goes about his business. Trains hard. As you can see, he's a very physically fit, strong guy. Like a mini Arnold Schwarzenegger there he is. And he's been superb. And we've sort of trained hard together, and it's been very helpful.
What else do you do in the downtime between the games? Because you had a bit of downtime early in the season, especially.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a cricket badge. I quite enjoy practicing. That's just generally how I like going about my business. There's a bit of a rhythm thing for myself. I just like to hit balls, and Crofty's been quite similar. So we've often gone into either to set in indoor school or maybe on the block and done some sort of range hitting or playing with our angles. So we kept busy that way. A bit of fitness work as well, but also when you're not training and you're not practicing, I think it's very key to sort of switch your mind off, which it can be a lot easier said than done. Look, you know, there is downtimes. I mean, luckily I've got my family over here. I've got a 5-month-old little daughter, Lucinda, and my wife Tanya. You know, they've been a great source of entertainment.
In our practice game, beginning of the season, you were onto it, got a handled ball against Colin Munro. Have you appealed for many handled balls before?
No, I haven't. The only time I've seen something like that happen is, I think, Graham Gooch did in a test match in '93. I remember I saw it when I was watching telly one year against Australia. So no, that's the only time I think Merv Hughes appealed and Alan Board and all those boys. So it's the first for me.
Wow, didn't look like it.
Yeah, it's one of those. I mean, it's what happened. You're like, pretty sure you can't do that. So Scotty was obviously any chance of a wicket, he was shouting and screaming. So.
What are your plans for the week off?
Week off, chilling out next couple of days. Well, in particular today, I think we're going to see a few local areas around here. I think maybe tomorrow I might go on a little sort of bike ride around the mount, as long as we can find a little sidecar for my young daughter. But I might also try and sneak in and do a bit of extra practice tomorrow. As I said, you know, it's not like trying to look at me and want to do some practice. It's just the fact that I actually enjoy practicing and training. So I spoke to Grant about that. And then we've got 2 hard days of training before the game. It's all, again, another big game. And I think you've seen throughout this competition that anyone can beat anyone. That's the nature of 2020 cricket. You know, you get a few sort of big performances through a few through opposition or your own team, and it can just wrestle a game one way or another. And you know, we've got to be very switched on. I think when we beat Auckland the other day, I think it was the first time or I think maybe our only 3rd win out of quite a few, maybe 10 or 11.
Yeah, one of the hardest teams to beat.
Yeah, I mean, they're a quality outfit, so we know what they're about. You know, they're littered with quality players, but we've just got to do the simple things right.
It's key to finish top of the table too, if you can, because obviously the 2nd and 3rd place teams have to play off to get into the final.
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, we want to win this sort of group stage, if that's what you want to call it, no doubt about it. But you know, we've still got some quality teams, to play against, and you know, as soon as, you know, from my experience, and I think it's pretty obvious really, that as soon as you start looking a long way ahead, you know, you can get caught up in, you know, we get the win from this game, and then, you know, you just got, the most important thing in theory is just to build up to our next game. And then we play, we've got to be ready. And okay, we're playing well. I guess we're one of the form teams, but you've got no God-given right to win a game of cricket. So it's all down to basics. And then if guys do the basics right, then you get the opportunity as a batter or a bowling unit, you know, to put your foot down. That's what you've got to do.
Let's hope it all goes to plan.
Fingers crossed.
Thanks, James.
Pleasure.